but the first thing I'm going to ask is a lot of people here have grown up idolizing Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger.
Yeah, sure.
And they're two of the largest critics of Bitcoin, right? And some of these questions around this has been a bullish conversation. Let's talk about some of the downsides. But to quote them, Buffett said, probably a rat poison squared, not unsquared, squared.
Yeah.
And then disgusting and contrary to the interests of civilization. Now, they're not talking about you, they're talking about Bitcoin. So if you could talk to them, like, what would you ask them to consider?
First, I'd say to you, I would not want to be judged by my worst moment, so I'm not going to judge them by theirs, right? The reality is Bitcoin just doesn't care what Warren Buffett thinks. It just doesn't care. Bitcoin doesn't care what Charlie Munger thinks. It doesn't care what Jamie Dimon thinks or Larry Fink thinks or Paul Craig. It just doesn't care. Bitcoin doesn't care what I think. It's much bigger than all of us. Buffett's rat poison comment is interesting. I wonder what Buffett would say if he was at dinner tonight in El Salvador with a family that didn't have to travel 10 hours on a bus, that got $99.8 instead of $100. That didn't have to risk their life against the gangs. And he was sitting across the table from them. And that was made possible because of Bitcoin. I wonder what Buffett would say at that dinner.